All right. Greetings to everybody out there in the audience. Um, I give homage to our African creator, and Mandinka we say Ma, some say Allah, known by many names. And we give homage to the creator for giving our ancestors who came before us, who fought for our liberation. We give homage to Nat Turner and Denmark Vesey and Gabriel Prosser and Sojourner Truth and Harriet Tubman. We give honor to all those who fought for us. We give homage, honor to Men's and Akhenaten, homage to my namesakes and Judicata. But again, if I live forever, I can never thank the Most High enough for giving us the Honorable Marcus Messias Garvey. I greet you, my dear brothers and sisters in the greeting audience. Hotep, Baragani, Lafiani, and Mandinka we say Koratanate, Sumole. Greetings, Barabadi. I hope everything is well. That's our Mandinka language. So today's topic, I'm not going to be long. I want to finish addressing this thing with Tariq Nasheed. And the topic is the FBA. Tariq Nasheed's FBA is a Memorandum 46 COINTELPRO agent. Now, why am I saying that? Because as you listen to Tariq talk, he's exhibiting so much hatred for our African brothers and sisters. Why is that? In 1978, during the Carter administration, they put a memorandum out. They wanted to divide the continental African from the African here in America, the so-called African American. Why is that? Because they never want to see us unite and us to know where we come from. If you know you're African, you know you're no one's nigger, you know one's shine, you know one's coon, you know one's hambone. You are mighty and majestic people who have a great past. So to disconnect you from your past, I can pull you into self-hatred, gangbanging. I can pull you into not knowing who you are and your true nature, what you were created to do. That is the concept. So they seen it come into pass when Kwame Nkrumah stood up. And Kwame Nkrumah was inspired by Marcus Garvey. Ahmed Sekou Touré was inspired by Garvey and pan-Africanism, as you say today. He was inspired by that message. Senghor, Jomo Kenyatta, Africa was on a rise and we were uniting, and we were in the 60s saying, say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud, I'm an African, walking around with the black fist up, walking around with our dashikis and, speaking African. You even seeing Sanford in some one issue where Lamont was practicing Yoruba culture. So let's divide them up. Let's keep them divided. Let's keep them separated so they don't really unite. And so Tariq Nasheed is exuding so much hatred towards African people, calling them tethers and disrespecting the women. And yet, as I said last week, there's no smoke for the Mexicans. Our biggest problem is, I'm sorry, Juan, I'm sorry, Mr. Rodriguez, but it's been Mexicans because they are benefiting from what our ancestors did in this struggle, and they benefit from it. And yet they have no respect. They're killing our people every day. Our children aren't safe because of the violence they're exuding by Mexicans. In the joint, they're against each other. They're not working together. There's no brown and black coalition. They're coming over here by the millions illegally. It's hurting our economy. I was in court this week. And while in court, they got to have a Spanish interpreter. Like I said, every time you pick up the damn thing, it's English and yet Spanish. Chinese don't get no interpreters. Polacks don't get no interpreter. No one gets an interpreter but the Mexican. And they take them before everybody, so they get the convenience. We done came, they got there on time. We got to take the Mexicans first. We take the Mexicans first. Then some of them ain't got license. Most of them ain't got license. They on a Zoom call driving, and they just got cited for not having a license. So our number one problem is not our African brothers. It is what we've done with the Hispanics, the Arabs. Arabs all in our community don't respect us, and our Muslim brothers and sisters are harboring the injustices that Arabs do because they figure this is their Muslim brother. We ain't got no damn friends. We have to be race first. That has to be our agenda. So I got a few guests. I want to introduce one of our guests, Brother Mufasa. Brother Mufasa, introduce yourself. He practices Ifa. Mufasa, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, Brother
Peace.
Mufasa. And say hi to Mr. Jime. Mr. Jime in the Gambia. Mr. Jime, are you there, my brother? You can unmute your phone, Mr. Jime.
Yeah, I'm around, my brother. I'm around.
My brother from the Gambia, Mr. Jime, is here. So, but Mufasa, let's go on and talk because Mufasa understands. Mufasa understands, you know, FBA. I say FBA stands for FBI.
Right.
You know, federal black idiots, I should say, who are preaching all this hatred. Right. What's your take on it, Mufasa?
Yeah. So FBA. Okay. So first of all, we understand FBA is the term meaning Foundational Black American, deriving from Claude Anderson's use of the term Native Black American, as Claude Anderson is going on to describe a particular situation for the African Americans foundational here and our particular problems. And he started to notice, as many others have started to notice, that immigrants were being used to undermine our efforts for reparation, essentially. When we looked at affirmative action and the Civil Rights Act, these were things we were agitating for a fair shake in this country that we worked to, that we fought for, that we are interwoven into, right? And they were using other groups of people to get the benefits that were supposed to be allotted for us, right? So we start to notice this. Now, that's my understanding of FBA and the sense of what kind of started that movement. Now, I know a lot of it had to do with reparations, but I don't really agree with Tariq Nasheed, but I do agree with the issues in terms of, as an African American, kind of looking around to the left and right and saying, look, we did all this fighting and all this agitating, and it seems like the only people benefiting from this stuff is everyone else and not us. And now they're bringing all these other immigrants in, and what is that doing to really benefit us? And how are these people benefiting us? Are they even identifying with us? And I'm seeing that a lot of these black immigrants are not identifying with us. So when we look at this, it's like, okay, what is the benefit of all this immigration, even the other black people? Now, I say all of this as a pan-Africanist. So I do believe that we should come together as one people, and I see us all as one black people. But if other people are not seeing it this way, what good are they to even be here? So I know I'm kind of going into different things, but that's my understanding of not just FBA in general, but the ADOS and the overall sentiment of some foundational Black Americans or African Americans and why they're having these issues with immigration and immigrants. So I'll just open up that.
Well, just to take a quick, Mr. John is my brother in the Gambia, and you know, possibly even with family, you know, and he works in school teaching graphic arts. The flyers that you see me doing is a lot of times he does the flyers for us. He's in the Gambia, and we are brothers, man. And I want y'all just to, Mr. John, introduce yourself, and we're gonna come back to Mr. John. Introduce yourself for a second. Tell us who you are, and you're in the Gambia, and what you do at the school in the Gambia there. Let's take a quick one. Everybody know he's with Sankore. He's with Molly Kaylee B. He's a member of Sankore African Society. And he represents our Gambian chapter in the Gambia. Mr. John, go ahead, tell us who you are and introduce yourself to the audience, and Brother Mufasa.
Yeah, hello. Good evening from my side, my brothers. I'm Babukar, by the surname Jan, a lecturer at University of Applied Science, Engineering and Technology in Gambia.
Yeah, you got a lot of you got to turn your speaker down. Turn your speaker down. Okay, Mr. John. Mr. John. Yeah, turn your speaker down because it's echoing. Can you turn your speaker down? What? You there?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's an echo. You have your speaker on or something?
Yeah, my speaker is on.
Yeah, turn your speaker off.
Okay.
All right. There you go. Yeah, finish introducing yourself. Finish introducing yourself. I don't know what we have in such a.
Yeah.
Because how you fix that background noise? Mufasa, how can he fix that?
Yeah, I'm here.
People know
Mufasa.
He's an engineer. He's an audio man. He does videos. He's an audio technician, video technician. How he fix that? All that background.
I can't really see his setup because it's just me on the screen, but it looks like he has on. He has the playback playing at the same time that he's talking. He needs to turn that down.
Oh, okay.
Or if he has headphones, that would help.
You have headphones? What's the John? Does
he have? Where are you streaming this on YouTube?
No, he's on the StreamYard platform.
Oh yeah, then that's the headphone.
You got headphones on, John?
That's the speaker. That's the speaker. If he had headphones on, it would help.
You have headphones, Mr. John? Oh, Mr. John, you there? Okay. I think we lost him. We lost him, Mufasa, man. All right, Mr. John, I hope he comes. That's our brother in the Gambia. So I hope he come back with us. But yeah, Mufasa, so my thing is that what I say about Tariq Nasheed, and that's why I say FBI equals FBA. Are you familiar with Memorandum 46?
No.
Okay, well that was during the Carter administration, where they put a memorandum out about the National Security Council, how they work to divide us up. And I just see how when Black Panther came out and you saw Black people putting on African garb, feeling pride about Africa, I see ADOS popped up. Then when Ibrahim Traore, Burkina Faso, Mali, Nigeria united, now you see FBA getting stronger, and Tariq is commanding a sizable audience. And what concerned about Tariq is the fact he knows African culture. He did Hidden Colors, I think 5 of them. He did the thing 1804, and he took such pride in Haiti, and he did all that. And then he turns around. And now he's degrading Africans, calling them musty and tethers, and talking real disrespectful, about our African brothers and sisters. And so my thing is, I'm not going to put a magnifying glass on a continental African. I'm not going to put a magnifying glass on a continental African. I'm going to look at our wrongs as wrongs, and what we're doing right is right. I have to respect what our brothers and sisters are doing. I can't I'm not respecting. I can't call out one bad behavior, not call out. We as an African people have been messed up due to white supremacy. So you see us all messed up all over the globe, no matter where you're at. We messed up. So that's my take, Mufasa. Let me go back to Mr. John. He's back. Mufasa, you kind of get what I was saying?
No, I had to go out and come back in. I got a call.
Okay, even out. What I was saying
But
is that Tariq Nasheed knows better because he did Hidden Colors. He did 1804. So now, why are you gonna just put a magnifying glass on the bad behavior of certain continental Africans? When bad behavior is bad behavior. I'm not gonna act like only our brothers there behave badly. In fact, we're behaving worse here in America than they're behaving because they don't have a crack problem. They don't have a homosexual problem. All engaged in promoting homosexuality and all that. They don't have that. So we got problems here. So we need to be trying to fix. I don't agree with it. I'm not making excuses for it. I'm not harboring or justifying the bad behavior. I don't like to see it, but to put a magnifying glass on it, just talk about that in all time what they're doing, call it out, but they're part of us. They are family, and as family, we're gonna do things that are wrong, and we correct them out of love as being our family, not as some outsider or call them tethers. I disagree with that. You there, Mufasa?
yeah, sorry, I was on mute. To my understanding, the term tether is a descriptive term. So just how we'll have some of our brothers here who might act out, and somebody might call them a coon. It's not for everybody. It's for those who display a certain type of behavior. To my
Yeah, but
understanding, so they say.
I watch how he degrades
Hmm.
African people and how he talks about them, and anybody can say, "Are you a tether?" and all that. So it don't have to be nothing they did that was wrong for them to do. They just call them out their name, and he's
Yeah.
disrespectful of them. Address them. Mr. John, are you able to get your problem? You able to get your thing fixed, Mr. John? You got it fixed.
Yeah, my brother.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
Tell our audience, it's our brother in Gambia. We making a lie out of Tariq Nasheed and the FBA. I mean FBI. I'm sorry. Said we can't unite and love each other. My brother, I love him. He loves me. My brother in Gambia,
yeah.
Ibn Yadi.
Hello, everyone.
Good.
My
Ibn
name is
Yadi.
Babukar. Yeah, I'm having a little bit problem with my network.
Okay, no problem, no problem. I was speaking a little
Yeah, yeah.
Mandinka to you. Let's speak a little Mandinka for the people, so before you say Ibn Yadi.
Bejang.
Kotanate.
Narante.
Sumo.
Science and Sudo.
Dokobudi.
Ha. I love you, man.
Okay. So I'm letting him go on. So we can. I speak a little the Mandinka language. He's Jola, but Jola, Mandinka. They're very closely related. Same family. But yeah, go ahead, Mr. John. Tell us about your program, what you're doing there in the Gambia. You there, Mr. John? Mr. John. What happened? Why is the networking in Gambia is not the best, but
Oh, did he freeze up?
yeah, I don't know. Mr. John, you there? Okay. I don't know what. Oh, he got cut off again. But yeah, Mufasa, I wanted to go back. What I was just saying about that. So you wanted
Yeah. So I didn't really respond. So I think I disagree with your assessment
okay.
because I think I don't see them speaking a lot of negativity in a sense of name calling and things. Even though they do have names, that many of them do call us names, um, like Akata and all these different names. I know the Somalians have one or whatever, but I think the biggest issue is that as a people, we always, as African Americans, accepted everyone as like black. So far, is like during apartheid, we voted for them. If you listen to our music, you know, all of through the 70s, 80s, 90s, and even 2000s with Dead Prez and different groups, you hear us saying Africa, Africa. I'm an African. All these different things. You even see the same thing from Jamaica. Um, we voted for half Kenyan, half white which I identify him as black, but his heritage is half Kenyan and half white. His identity to me is a black man. Obama, we all voted for him as the first black president, and we didn't make any of these distinctions. But through my travels and through my interactions with many of our African brothers and sisters, I realized they don't think in that way. They don't really look at it like, oh, we're all one black family. They don't have this Pan-African slant. And when I look at the way they're being raised, there's really no talk of that. They don't have those type of politics because they don't have white people around them. So I feel like our people are kind of adjusting like, oh, okay, wait a minute. So we're saying all this black stuff and y'all don't agree with that. So that's where the change is coming. That's why people are like, okay, wait a minute. So if this is how we playing, we got to play too. And to an extent, I agree with that.
Well, but Mufasa, you talking about some ignorant continental African. We got plenty of ignorant right here.
No, I'm talking not the ignorance. See, you that's what I don't agree with you doing, because you're making it seem like, oh, well, they got bad and we got bad, and you're throwing the baby out with the bathwater. The average continental African.
When I watched this man get on there, and the Haitian sister told him that he was he told him that he was a Haitian. He called her a musty tether. He called her a musty tether, and I think that's ridiculous. And she didn't disrespect him. He just called her that. And for us to resort to idiotic things only fuels white supremacy. Now, let me give you an example. There are Mexicans here that have been here since the beginning of time, as far as when America was formed. It was here. The Mexicans ain't saying, "Oh, we FBA, we foundational brown Americans." They support the Mexicans, and there's tension when a Mexican from here who speaks Spanish goes over to Mexico. They know he's not from there, and there be some drama sometimes. But they're not calling them, disrespecting them, calling them musty Mexicans, or they ain't doing all that. That's just pure ignorance, and it's divisive, and it's causing us to go against each other. And again, like I say, yes, because there's bad behavior from continental Africans. No one can deny that. No one can deny that. There's bad behavior from continental Africans, so we cannot just put a magnifying glass on wherever you see us behaving badly at. We have to correct it. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. We have to correct it.
I think it's more than bad behavior, though. I don't think the bad behavior is not even really the issue. The issue people are having is their identity in general. And the identity doesn't seem to include like, oh, I'm blackness, we're all one black group. They're thinking like, hey, I'm whatever ethnicity I
You
am.
saying they, Mustafa? You saying they? All of them don't think like that. You talking about some
Yeah,
that
but
have
too many
bad
of them
behavior.
do, bro. Like, we can't do the all thing.
But
Too
how
many
many?
of them do.
No, but what percentage of us are thinking like? What percentage of us in America?
80%.
What percentage of us are thinking Pan-African here? What percentage of it? It's not that. It's not half the percent. We're 43 million.
It's more than half. It's
No,
more than half.
I'm saying you think out of 43 million of us, we're thinking on some Pan-African black. Now, I'm a vice lord from Chicago.
Yes.
I got my brother Ngozi on the line. I'm gonna bring him in and say something. He and I both vice lord. He a traveler. I'm a conservative. We bringing unity between the travelers and conservatives, but right here in Chicago, they killing each other.
Right.
So we got all kind of factors. And Ngozi, you there? Go ahead and say something, my brother.
Yeah, I'm right here.
What's your take on it? And we're gonna get Mr. John back in. What's your take on it, brother Ngozi? What I was saying
on the African tribalism?
No, about the FBI, FBA, the federal black idiots, and we talking about. He's saying that a lot of us are coming together and uniting, but they don't see themselves as black. And I'm saying we know there's ignorant behavior.
Who don't see themselves as black?
Huh? You say continental Africans don't.
Most of them, Nigeria means black. It means black land. The first people to be called black was the people over there. When the came into Cameroon, they called them what? Negro. Negro means what? Black. Nigeria, that's a new title. That's only no less than 1,000 years. It literally means nigger land. That's what Nigeria means. Negro, nigger is the same thing. So let Mufasa
tell you what he's saying about FBA. But before, give me 1 second. Mr. John been going. Let my brother from Gambia say something real quick, and we're gonna go right back to. I want Mufasa to explain what he's saying. He can tell you what he's saying better than I can. Brother, Mr. John, are you there? You want to introduce yourself again? Our brother in the Gambia, Mr. John. He has the school. He represents us in the Gambia. Mr. John, say something to the people who you are and tell.
Yeah, but I think Mufasa is has left the page again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
maybe.
But nonetheless, I think still Stufa is in. But I believe like the blacks have to stand for ourselves now. It's high time, especially Africa, because if you look at it here, most of our leaders are the ones that are failing us because they believe in this Western life all the time. You look at it, the Western people always come to Africa, take many things as they want. Then at the end of the day, they will not give back anything to Africans, and we are still following them.
Let me ask you a question, John. Now you are a brother from the Gambia. We're brothers. We both love each other. We gotta love each other. Do you think?
Yeah.
This is what they're saying. They think, oh man, them Africans don't like us. Do you think? Do you see me as your brother? You see your brother in America as your brother. Do you see me as your brother? Okay.
Yes.
So this, and I'm telling you right now, I've been to the Gambia, and Yaya Jammeh had the Roots Homecoming Festival, and I never shown so much love. They welcome us because Alex Haley traced his roots back, even whether or not you want to say it's fictional, it didn't happen, but it's still we were able to trace. We connected with those of us who didn't have DNA testing back in the 70s. Roots was our man. We watched Roots, and we all could identify with Kunta Kinte. And Yaya Jammeh opened up his doors for us in the 90s for Roots Homecoming Festival. So here's our African brother right here from Gambia, and I can bring him on all day long. We can have this show on 24 hours. I can bring plenty of Africans who don't feel that way. So when you talk about Africans who call us a kata or make negative things, those are a few bad apples. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We can't allow them to spoil the bunch.
Listen, Jordan, let me just can I say something real quick, brother?
Yeah, go ahead.
When a Nigerian or somebody called some African Americans a kata or Africans a diaspora a kata, they also call Western Nigerians from the Europe or the UK and Nigerians, first generation Americans who go back home, they call them a kata too. It means stray cat. So like black people in America have a habit. They're not even unified over here. FBA is a very small group within a segment of 40 million people. Let's just be real. We're not on one accord. So they don't represent the overall proxy of Black Americans, right?
Right.
And that's a lie. You know, my grandfather's a full-blown Fulani man. His family came from Guinea and Mauritania, and he didn't differentiate himself as being something separate from my nana or my grandmother. They was Black. So I don't care the small population of Africans that come over here as immigrants, because they're not the largest amount of immigrants that's coming here. The largest bracket of immigrants that's problematic amongst Africans in America is the Latinos and Hispanics.
Come on, talk about it. Teach.
Not 1% or less than 1% population is African immigrants or Jamaican immigrants, and not to mention Jamaica is also part of North America. So you can call the Jamaican or African Americans because the Jamaica is right there. It's part of the America. Haitians played a role. Haitians played a role in African America. They played a role in Sabo, who found Chicago. Part of the French purchase and the Louisiana purchase, they used them as scouts to find land. 1823, they fought in Louisiana, in Georgia. In Louisiana, they went there in 1843 and in 1850. So it's hard to say what an African. As a matter of fact, the first Africans that was in Carolina in the past 1528 or 1538, I'm sorry, but in the early beginning of the 1600s, spoke Portuguese languages because the slave ports was in the Caribbean. Caribbean means cannibal. It was an insult. So all of the slave ports all through the Caribbean before they started importing them to this portion of North America. So what I'm trying to say is that these people are playing games. Black Americans are not unified. The FBA is a tool that's used, and I believe that Tariq Nasheed, and I'm saying it publicly, is an agent who's being sponsored to promote division. The same way that small population of Africans that come here who are educated. They don't represent the overall nations that they come from, but the small segment who haven't went through red herring, who haven't went through a cracker phase, a drug epidemic that we went through in the 70s, and none of that, who come here and get British or UK educations before coming to this portion of America and get sponsored. They don't represent the overall population. So of course they're going to come, in some cases, to a lesser extent, walk around here snub nosed and slightly different than you because of the mindset that's programmed before they get here. This stuff is perfectly designed for us to be delineated and separated from one another to keep blacks away from one another. That's just what it is. And people are using it as excuses. But black Americans within themselves, it's 40 million, are not even unified. So when you say an African don't look at you as being the same, niggas from 63rd to 64th don't look at you as the same.
Come on, boy. See, that's
No,
right.
they don't. But that's beside from the point.
Hold on, you and let Mufasa say what you want to say. Mufasa, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like feuds and little blood feuds in between people that exists in all groups. So that doesn't really mean that we're not unified. That does like when it was time for us to vote for Obama.
Brother, let me say this. It's niggas that I don't like, and if I catch them, it's up. No, we're not unified. I'm not unified.
No, but that's every group has that though.
No, but I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not unified with everybody. And if I can get a chance to do something to them, I'm gonna do it. I don't believe that, bro. We're not unified. There's a lot of people that think like that. I'm not going, bro. That don't make sense. If we're
well, no, I mean, tell me who is. Give me an example of someone who's unified, and whoever you say is gonna be people within that group that got beef with each other. That's just human nature.
But that's true. But the point is, all of us don't think the same.
But stop for a second, Mustafa. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. We got that in our own group. They are part of us. We're part of them. So if there's a problem, we come together in an intelligent, rational manner and sit down and resolve and have forums. There are people who come on Tariq Nasheed's show, Ethiopian girl said, I want to be an ally. He ain't highlighting that. There are those who will come on there, Africans who want to unify. He's spreading poison and hatred for Africans. I was touched. I invited this Negro on the show, Daniel, to come on here and talk about it because I see how you got them brainwashed. So that's why it's a cult, and I think it's part of Memorandum 46 to cause the division amongst us as a people. It's causing division. That's it. That's all. I don't see how you can.
Let me clarify. Let me clarify my assessment. So we have the bad people who are gonna call us Akata with a negative. I understand the etymology of it. I understand that how they used the term before, but you have a lot of people using it with a negative connotation, right? We have those people. We have the people who don't like us. They just want to lead the community and just be with whites and whatever. I'm not really talking about them. What I'm dealing with is a lot less sinister than that. I'm dealing with the fact that when we go to these places, they don't have white people. So a lot of our people on the continent are not educated in racial politics. So they don't dissect the world up in racial parts. So they don't see themselves as a part of the black family, and they don't see why that's necessary. We grew up here and we experienced racism, so we understand why that's necessary, and that matters to us. That's why we'll vote for Obama just because he's black. You feel what I'm saying? We understand those politics. That's the divide that I'm talking about.
I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is that it's showing that we're mixed up through white supremacy, and I'm just saying we mixed up through white supremacy. We can't start putting a magnifying glass on one of our groups in our race. We have to look at it and say let's address it. But the way he's going about doing it is benefiting white people, and I think he's being used to highlight and exacerbate those differences. What you want to say, Ngozi?
I gotta disagree because the white man don't have to be there for him not to be able to still have his colonization mindset that happened in Nigeria, Cameroon, West Africa. The continent has been divided since the Berlin Council and prior before. Then they've been colonized. When the Nigerians and certain people go to court, they still wear European wigs. They have
exactly.
As long as a Nigerian calls himself a Nigerian, that's a colonized name. It's Niggerland or black. That's not who they are. They had ethnic groups, they had traditions, they had different things that was there prior before that name. That name is no more than 1,000 years old. So the white man does not have to be there physically to have a European mindset. When a Nigerian leave that country, when a person from Senegal, Guinea, Gambia leave the country, where do they go? They go to France. most of the time they go to places where the colonizer is. They don't go anywhere else outside of that when they go to Europe. When a Nigerian leaves Nigeria, where do he go? He goes to the UK. He go to other places. So what I'm saying is that the European does not have to be there physically for you to go through a sense of colonization. Not to mention, a lot of places in the United States, like for example, Chicago, we have isolated pockets where you have predominantly black communities, segregated pockets still, and Latino communities where we don't really merge. So all we see amongst us is blacks. There ain't nobody physically in front of us that's really doing stuff outside of the police that's patrolling, and not to mention down south, it's still segregated into certain portions, where it's largely black. So I don't agree with the white man has to be there physically for his mindset to still be set or amongst the population.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but I think all the groups that you just mentioned, they might be in all black communities now, but if you trace they're all traced to the Great Migration. So like our grandparents, all of them, they all fresh out of Jim Crow, lynchings, all that. So like that's still in our body politic. We still talk about that.
But here's the thing though, brother. A lot of us, like a lot of the brothers from Chicago, a lot of the family came from Alabama, Louisiana, and Mississippi. A lot of people in California went through Texas. A lot of people in New York, the first African Americans and went to Caribbean, came through Carolina and Virginia. So yes, we're all part of the Great Migration. But as generations passed by, we still was amongst another for a long period of time, isolated. And even though systematically the white man has conditioned and programmed the system to be what it is, but most of our problems come amongst us groups around one another. Even when you go into their community, you see them doing their own crust. So I don't want to make the excuse that a physical white man got to beat up us to have a mindset of white colonization. Because our African brothers and sisters who come over here, because I don't delineate us from them, we're the same. They also have a colonized mindset before even coming here. We got to think these people went through a lot in Africa. The Arab colonization, and before the Arab colonization, other things was going on with confusion before this even happened. So Africans been through a lot even before we went through the transatlantic slave trade, and it's still a continuity of that abuse in their mindset. Like excuses is excuses. Bottom line is either we gonna get down or lay down, or we gonna be divided. Some people agree with FBA, that's fine. You go your way. If people agree with FBA, that's fine. You go your way. But as we can see, division is what makes us who we are, and this is what it's going to be. For me, I'm a pan-African, I'm an African, I'm a stay-African, and I don't support FBA. And I know for a fact in my heart that Tariq Nasheed is being sponsored by people. I mean, this nigga teaches that he's an Aboriginal. He teaches that he's not even an African. How could you be proud of something that teaches pseudo-information? That's not even realistic with real black history in North America. You say that you're a Native American? That's not black American history. That's a lie. So if your foundation is built off lies and your background, your organization is a lie. It's bullshit.
Well, so FBA, to my understanding, isn't an organization; it's a lineage. But
you know, it's not a lineage. What is a lineage? It's not a lineage.
It's a term for a lineage. So FBA, Foundational Black Americans.
How is it a lineage? What's a lineage? How is it a lineage?
So it's referring specifically to those of us who descended from the American slavery institution.
But
to the American slavery.
But he teaches that you descend from Aboriginal people that never came from Africa. He teaches that.
He teaches. So he states, which I disagree with strongly, that many of us were already here and we were in part of slavery. So he teaches both.
And that's what's crazy. You'll call yourself. This is why I said he's a bootlicking, buck dancing, homogenized Negro. Tariq knows better. Because you'll call yourself what Master call you. You'll call yourself what Italian cracker called himself. What America's Vespucci, whatever the cracker name was. You'll call yourself what that cracker call yourself, but you won't identify with Africa. That's crazy. And hold on, let me just say it. Let me say it. And the way he denigrates, the way he disrespects, he's misogynistic, because he was a pimp, and so Mac Chronicles, so the way he talks about women and stuff, and you don't call our sister a musty bad witch. But here's the thing now, when the Mexican threatened him, Mexican told him, man, you're gonna get what you're looking for, you're gonna make your bed, we're gonna make you land. Mexicans told him, he's all brother, hey, bro. He called the guy American Cholo brother, buddied up when he didn't get out his body with that Mexican. He didn't call him out his name, he didn't call him, disrespect him like he disrespected Umar Johnson. He didn't do all that with the Mexican, because the Mexicans gonna get with you. So, like I said, we have to. We can all see this Negro as a tool to support white supremacy. There are differences. There's differences between, like I said, my brother right here in Chicago, he west side, I'm south side. There's differences. We don't west side, south side, was beefing. We don't all get along. You know what I'm saying? But they're different. We don't put a magnifying glass on, that's what Willie Lynch said. Exacerbate the differences. Divide the male from the female, the old from the young, north from the south. All we now decide, we all Africans, all got the white man and the goddamn Arab's foot on our neck. And now I'm going to call them, we're going to delineate from them, and they're separate from us. We got a separate lineage and all that. Everybody got to
jump off.
Huh? You got to jump off? Okay.
No. I want before I have to jump off because it's almost 2.
Okay.
But, what I wanted to get to was that I don't. I want to be very clear that I don't support Tariq Nasheed.
Okay.
I used to follow Tariq Nasheed, like I was telling you, Sundiata. I used to follow him. I used to listen to all the stuff way back, even in the Mac Lessons days, when he converted over to Tariq Elite Radio. However, at this point, like I said, he's just kind of he's lukewarm, and one day is this, one day is that, and then he just kind of the last straw for me was when he went back on Vlad. Like, I ain't listened to Vlad in years, and then he'll talk all that about Vlad, and then when he get a thing coming out because he want to make some money, he'll go on Vlad to promote it just for money. You know what I mean? So I don't agree with that.
And that's far too much. Like the same thing with old Stephen Fetcher, Louis Farrakhan. Same thing. Money is what makes them buck dance and tap dance. Our leaders have sold us out. You know what I'm saying? And he's one that's done sold us out for $1 to sit and do what he's doing. Farrakhan sold us out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with the Farrakhan part, but on the Tariq,
Farrakhan sold us out too.
Okay,
he's involved in Malcolm's death. He's involved in Malcolm's death. He sold us out to Scientology, kissing a cracker in the mouth. This no good cracker. Father Flager kissed this cracker. Got this cracker on the stage. When he gonna have this cracker on stage, Savior's Day in a couple weeks. Got the crack on stage and you're gonna endorse it. Look, let me tell you something. Black men ought to ban Catholic churches from my community. How many times are you gonna let your children be molested by some damn Catholic priest? And then the no good cracker molest a child in San Francisco. They move the cracker to New Mexico. They molest in New Mexico. They move the cracker to New York. Then he molest New York. He said, "Okay, we're gonna let him go molest some children in South America." So it showed they sponsor pedophilia. So why has Farrakhan got this cracker on the stage, but he couldn't embrace Khalid Muhammad? So yes, he sold us out. So our leaders sell us out, and Tariq Nasheed is selling us out. Anytime you talk all this hidden color stuff and all this stuff about Africa, and now you talk this hard because you're under ignorant Africa. Like I say, the vast majority of them, Ms. Foster, here are ignorant Black people. That's what I'm saying. We ignorant.
Where I was going with it was basically Tariq. He's gonna see where there's a wave, and then he's gonna ride the wave. Now we can scapegoat. We can scapegoat Tariq.
He's a whore.
I hear that, but we can scapegoat Tariq and we'll be like, "Oh, Tariq is an agent. Tariq is trying to turn our people against us," or we can deal with the reality that a lot of these immigrants that are coming here are not with us, and our people ain't saying why. How come I could go to average Black person? Not everyone, but a lot of them will tell me the Africans don't mess with us. The Africans don't mess with us. Why are they saying this? This is coming from experience.
First of all,
you know what though? A lot of them are blind, bro. Them niggas ain't even experienced Africans, bro. But what about the Mexicans that's in the neighborhood, disrespecting our elders, killing our youth, gang banging? The issue is not immigrants. We take a small population within immigrants.
Exactly.
The larger immigrants that's terrorizing Blacks is these goddamn Hispanics. They don't got no beef for Hispanics. That nigga Tariq Nasheed is scared of Mexicans because he in California that's ran by them. Them motherfuckers is racist as hell. So you gonna let Mexicans and other Hispanics stand down on you, disrespect you, spit on you, and insult you. But when it comes to a continental African that make up a small percentage, they don't like us. As I stated, niggas up the street don't like me. I don't like them. Okay, and that's part of Blackness. That's who we are. We don't have to be together on one accord. But what about the Hispanics that's deliberately disrespecting us in our face?
Yeah, you know what? My brother, he's an Uncle Abdullah because he got an old Arab name, Tariq Nasheed. He make fun of names. He just called African Mobutu, making fun of African, but you got your Arab slave master name. And then he did a show about the Arabs and just said, oh, the Arabs coming here don't want to get on cold because they mess with the white supremacists. Arabs taught the goddamn white man how to do white supremacy. He the first white supremacist is the damn Arab. He taught them how to enslave. The white man got to teach him. He's the teacher. He the grandmaster. He the 10th degree black belt in racism. The white man got the silver medal. The Arab got the goddamn gold medal. This sand rat got the gold medal. You know what I'm saying? So he said he didn't even get on Arabs too bad. So he's an Uncle Abdullah and an Uncle Sanchez.
And not to mention Sanchez, who was the first colonizers, the Spaniards were the first conquistadors. You run around and thinking the Mexican, your friend, and majority of his DNA comes from Spaniards that was responsible for bringing you here as a slave. And the other half of his DNA is from Native Americans that he raised in Latin America, the Aztecs and the Inca. He's a mestizo. So they not your friend, bro.
and that's what I'm saying, Mufasa. I'm saying, okay, you say immigrants to come in not getting, in line with, we're not in line with us. They're not our problem. Our problem is we're not coming together. We're not taking charge of our community like we should. We in Chicago, Arabs on all the gas stations, all the convenience stores. Then Mr. Kim, he come in there with his Chinese restaurant. We go up there so proud. Yeah, man, let me get Mr. Lee, let me get some shrimp fried rice, egg roll. What you want, baby? Give it a swallowed chicken. We go in there just happy, eat Chinese food. How many soul food restaurants you see in a damn Chinese neighborhood? Not one. So we're not all coming. We ain't all working with the idea of black nationalism right here in America. A small percentage are thinking like that, Brother Mufasa.
We're not, but we're in a situation where you can look and you look at a lot of the movies, a lot of our black American heroes, they're using these people to play these parts. You look at a lot of these political positions, they're using these other non-black Americans to put them in this position. So if you're wise, you see that they're going to use these people to try to stoke division, and they also going to try to they're trying to tame these people, bring you in and give you these gifts so you never fight us, you never resist us.
But they do that with our women. They do that with black women.
Exactly.
But I'm saying that the tactic is
so we got to check that in the door before that even really get out of hand.
Brother, no one is saying it doesn't need to be checked. We're just saying what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I'm gonna get on us as a whole. I'm not gonna make those type of statements. I'm gonna try to unite with them, gravitate with continental Africans, and let's unite and work together and let them work with their people, which are our people. I just sense you know what I'm talking about. We got to bring him in. He has the power and the money to unite and bring us together, but yet he's talking divisively, talking disrespectful. And I just got to say, somebody got to understand. You just like the Mexicans will ride down on you, man. You keep disrespecting Africans and disrespecting our people, we gonna have to ride on you like the Mexicans roll on. The same thing.
I'm from San Diego. They ain't riding on us over here, but I don't know what they got going on in LA.
Yeah, what the Mexican told him. The Mexican told him, man. He said, "Hey, Holmes, what's here, Holmes? Man, I'm telling you, SA, if you come and you say something else out of pocket, man, we gonna deal with you, Tariq." He, okay, brother, okay, Julio, yeah, no problem, Julio. I'm telling you, Holmes. You want the fade? You want to get that fade, Tariq? And he said, Cholo got hands now. Buck dancing. Buck dancing. Uncle Sanchez. You know what I'm saying? No. He's like, no, Tariq. No, come on, man. Come on, Cholo. Let's get together and have a burrito together. I'll give you we split a burrito. I'll split a goddamn burrito with him.
Hey, brother, also, you said that a lot of the Africans are playing a role, but think about it. What African Americans can really play as Harriet Tubman or the brother that played in 12 Years of a Slave? I mean, you got to think our earlier...
We could play that. We could play that.
Here's the thing. Our earlier ancestors in North America were more closer genetically to the continental Africans at that time compared to what's going on now. You see what I'm trying to say? Like at the time, Harriet Tubman, he wasn't as admixed as African Americans in certain. You know, it's already bad in Hollywood where very colorist, and you don't even have a lot of dark-skinned people that can play roles these days because how racist Hollywood is. So what I'm saying is, how many of the actors that we have that really look according to what we used to look like 500 years ago, as colorist as the system is over here? And
No, there's a lot of talent, but it's less about that. It's more about, see, we always get caught up in each other, and really we need to be watching the enemy. I'm watching what the enemy is doing, because people mad at immigrants coming over here, bro. Them people just trying to do the best for their family or whatever. That most of them don't mean no harm, especially the black ones, because a lot of our issues, they have to deal with miseducation. Once the black immigrants or whatever, they get educated, they understand what's going on. I say just give it a generation. They'll understand racism. We ain't got to talk to the first generation. Their kids will understand. You feel what I'm saying? And then their kids will get in order. But we just can't let them try to, get a little coon escape route. Like, nah, we ain't gonna let you do that. But they'll understand. So these ain't white people, like where they just got that wickedness just, innate to where you can't fix it. It's just miseducation. But I'm saying watch what the enemy is trying to do. He's trying to turn us against each other. That's what he's trying to do. That's the only thing I was pointing out.
Then the enemy is also, the enemy is doing every faction. And the enemy's doing it every time you look, the enemy's doing it. So we have to, but like I say, but to sit there and do what Tariq is doing, it's divisive, and that's it. It's divisive, bro. You can't say it's not divisive. It's a reason, but why it's a reason why he's doing what he's doing. It's a reason why he's doing it. It's no mistake. It's no coincidence. This Negro is paid by his slave master, and he's buck dancing for the Arab, buck dancing for the goddamn Mexican. It's a reason why he's doing that. They use Negro like that to who want $1, wants $1 at all costs, and he'll get on there and just he just got a hatred for his own people, man. He's a sociopath. He gets on there. My brother was saying he was some type of Choctaw or something like that. Like I said, we don't want to be out. We want to be Sitting Bull and goddamn Hiawatha and Geronimo and all this other stuff. Living teepees. Some Negro living in teepees and smoking peace pipes, all that. So the brother, he just talked about it, but told the brother, he's comical now. He told the brother, man, look at them old dusty ass jeans you got on, your dusty nigga uniform. He just talk about another black man like that. He just got a self-hatred, for himself and his people. And he only talk about white people. Like, you hear me saying cracker, now I know YouTube might take it down, but if YouTube can get on there, it show YouTube takes us down, but they don't take him, disrespecting African. It show you that, who owns these things. We know who owns it. So, it's expected. It ain't gonna stop nothing. We find other ways to get the message out. But he don't even say, he ain't gonna say goddamn white man. He ain't gonna say cracker. He gonna say the white supremacists. He wants to. So he said, I'm not talking about all white people. You know what I'm saying? He ain't talking about his white mother-in-law. He ain't talking about that bitch. He ain't talking about that cave bitch. His white mother-in-law. So he ain't delineating from that cave bitch. He said, now have quiche with her, and have quiche with her. They family. That's his white family. So he ain't delineating from that cracker. But when you want to talk about African, so it's destructive. That's the thing. And again, it was designed. Memorandum 46. We need to look it up and we'll talk about it. But I think everybody, we had a good thing. We're gonna get this to grow. So I need y'all to pump this. Hope Mufasa will come back. Mufasa, you was Johnny Cochran for FBA today.
No, here we go.
Johnny goddamn Cochran, boy. When he Johnny Cochran.
No, FBA, yeah, like I said, I got
Perry Mason.
Oh, I thought he was about to say
He's
something.
Perry Mason for the FBA. Go ahead. You did a good.
No,
Tariq, send this man a check, man. Send him a check, man. You gotta get you.
Like I said, Tariq gonna do Tariq. You know what I mean? It's always gonna be a Tariq. Once he, he go away, it's gonna be another Tariq. But at the end of the day, I want to see.
He's funny.
I want to see. Yeah, I want to see our people come in here with a mindset of we all working together for Black liberation, because I feel like our only real way out of this is all together. Being separated, or you coming over here trying to be the model minority,
white people patting you on your head, you know, because you're a doctor and you thinking you better than African Americans and you don't need to join the liberation struggle, it ain't gonna help nothing. And you're basically useless. You feel what I'm saying? Get your education and do that. Keep doing that. But understand that what you're doing, you need to work toward Black liberation, and you need to be repatriating those funds and that knowledge as an investment back home, not just a Western Union. That needs to be repatriated as an investment into your home nations, because we need a strong Africa. So all these white people, all these blacks coming over here thinking they, you know, getting a little pat on the head from massa, looking down on us, thinking that these people ain't racist, and it's really just it's just the blacks' fault and all that nonsense. I'm not tolerating that. You see what I'm saying? So we got to watch out for that, and at the same time, we got to watch our behavior too. So yeah, that's really all I'm on. I'm not really worried about Tariq. I mean, you keep blasting Tariq because we know what he on, but we got to get. It's projected that I think in about 40 years, one of three of us will be native born blacks. There's a Pew Research. I'll send it to you. I don't know if I send it to you. You're on mute, Sundiata. I don't know if you on mute, bro.
You said we'll be native born. What you mean by that, King?
They'll be African born or foreign born. Excuse me, foreign
Oh,
born.
Mufasa, when you tell Amadou Jallo that, make sure you tell Leroy Jenkins the same thing. Leroy Jenkins, the doctor, is bougie as hell, boule Negro, think he better, you know what I'm saying, everybody else. You can't tell him that he out in the white neighborhood with his white wife, you know what I'm saying, with his white friends, and you know what I'm saying, he's a bootlicking, buck dancing, drive Miss Dating Negro as well. So you gotta when you get through getting on Amadou Jallo, come right on here and get on Leroy Jenkins.
No,
you get on Leroy Jenkins. You go to Leroy Jenkins. When you go to Amadou, you say, "My brother, let me talk to you." You cannot be a house.
Nah, no doubt. But yeah, but I'm gonna get with y'all though. I'm gonna listen to the rest, but I gotta go. All right, you on mute still, but yeah.
You was on mute, Sundiata. You was on mute. Sundiata, you're on mute, bro.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I said when you get through getting on Leroy, when you get through getting on Amadou Jallo, come on back on and get on Leroy Jenkins. You tell Amadou Jallo, my brother, listen to me. You have to stop being a house nigga. Don't do this. Don't look down on your brother in America. Then go to Leroy Jenkins and say, "What's up on phone now, man? You acting like a house nigga, man. You got to get on him the same way. So use that same energy to get on Leroy Jenkins as you get on Amadou Jallo." In fact, y'all don't say nothing to Amadou Jallo. I'll talk to Amadou Jallo. Now, FBA niggas, shut your damn mouth. Master Sundiata Keita Kamara. I have an African name. I'm a newly crowned Master K. I'll get on Amadou. I'll slap shit out of Amadou. You get on Leroy Jenkins. Let me get on my African brothers. Y'all keep your mouth off of them. I'll talk to my African brothers. Don't say nothing to them. I'll talk to them. Me and us Africans, but you FBA Negroes, FBI, federal black idiots, stay away from talking about Africans. We'll talk to our brothers and get on it. How's that fair, Mufasa? Mufasa. Is that fair?
Huh? He said he had to go. He hung up.
Oh, okay. Is that fair? That's got to be fair. No, we'll get on our African brother, but you FBA Negroes, Tariq Nasheed, Stephen Fetcher, Uncle Sanchez, leave our people alone and let us talk to them. Quit talking to them like that. And I have to say, my brother is brilliant, man. He's funny. I really don't want no smoke with the roasting because he's a fun. I know he can crack some jokes now. He's a funny guy. I'm pretty good too, but I wouldn't want to use that energy us signifying with each other against each other because he's damn good. That man can go. I'm telling you.
He's a goofy, bro. Fuck him.
Huh?
Fuck that nigga. He a goofy, bro.
Yeah. But I like to use his brilliance to help us with the struggle, you know?
Yeah, he ain't got no brilliance. He an ignorant ass nigga. A bitch ass nigga. That's what he is. He ain't got no motherfucking brilliance. He a clown. That's misinformation. Right. That nigga teach misinformation. Fuck that nigga. That nigga's a COINTELPRO opportunist, goofy ass nigga. His loyalty is to a bitch that's half white. That's just what it is, bro. Fuck out of here. That nigga don't even like dark skinned women. to study him when he was on TV shows in the 90s and shit.
Yeah.
He made that rap song about Crip and shit. That nigga a goddamn bona fide house nigga. He a
Yeah, and on his book, he had Miss Lee on his arm, like some Asian broad on his arm.
So he don't even like black women.
Yeah, he got some misogynistic on him too.
If that nigger had a woman who looked like Queen Latifah or Serena Williams, he don't even like them types. You could tell by his politics. He's a self-hating ass nigga. And he played that hidden color shit because that's what sold. There's a lot of pseudos. There's a lot of pseudo black-centric motherfuckers. He wasn't Afro-centric. He was just black-centric. A goddamn goofy. So we don't know. We know we can roast too. He a goofy ass nigga. Fuck him. Yeah. Funny ass nigga. Them niggas different.
Yeah, definitely. You know, let's real quick. Let's close up about Umar Johnson now. I think Dr. Umar Johnson's brilliant. He's my brother, and I think he's great. You know, as for the school, it's a daunting task. So I won't say that the funds are mismanaged. Only thing I wish he would have started off small and worked his way up. You know, he's talking about something that costs $400,000 for the building, which I think he did a good deal getting that property. I think he needs to build. I think he needs to reenact the UNIA. You know, get people involved in Garvey's vision, and then also I just implore you, Umar, to humble yourself. As my brother, I say it to you because, you know, all this patting ourselves on the back, Prince of Pan-Africanism, which is great because there are a lot of Prince of should be a lot of Prince of Pan-Africanism. You know, if you I know someone don't agree with that term, but for the sake of we're saying Pan-African means all Africans unite. That's what it would mean. And stop saying I'm the best at this and that because ain't no winner until we are free. So I suggest you yourself, but you all made him like that because there are a lot of people who speak well as Umar who could say the same thing. It ain't no rocket science. The white man is not your friend. Separate from the white man. Build an independent nation. A man that will not treat you right, will not teach you right. You don't need no damn PhD to say all that. So you all have made his head big because you all give the accolades to those who go get the slave master's degree. You put them on a pedestal. And I got no problem with a person getting a slave master's degree, but what made, and I said it loud, what made Umar Johnson great is not his goddamn slave master's degree. What made Dr. Umar Johnson great is Garvey. The credit goes to Marcus Garvey. Without Garvey, there would be no damn Umar Johnson, as you know him now. If Umar Johnson didn't have Garvey, he'd be another bootlegging, buck dancing, homogenized Negro, talking white, acting white. He would not be who he was if it was not for Marcus Garvey. So you could just take the doctor out, just call him Garveyite Umar. That's the best thing, and that's what made him great. So I thank you very much. I think we lost you, Nunu, right, Gozi? We lost our brother and Mufasa. But I thank you all for watching here. I am Master Sanjelicated Kamara. You want to be part of Sanctuary African Society, call us up at 708-631-4123. You can call us up at 708-631-4123. I am the king of Mali Kilibife, which is the Mali Empire of the West. Our goal is to unite our people, give them back their African culture, and unite with our brother Ibrahim Traore, our brother in Mali, our brother in Niger, to make sure as we vote, as we have citizenship to vote, that they act in the best interest of Africa. They give all them Jews billions a year. They give the Arabs, billions every year. We want to make sure Africa is supported and we unite, we trade with each other, and some of us need to repatriate. I have to say, I know I'm repatriating. This is my last one in this cold Chicago weather. I'm not going to be here no more. Africa is beautiful. Africa must unite. Africa must be free. Thank you very much for joining us. As we say in Sanctuary African Society, Malikele Bife, one family, one village, one nation. Black power. Brother Tariq, I have to say this, brother, to you. I'm a little passionate because just if someone was beating up on brothers here, I'd be angry. You are my brother. We love you, but stop that foolishness. Do not preach hate for our brothers in Africa. Those are our brothers and sisters. We love them. And I'm not saying not correct them, but let's do it in the spirit of love, not anger and hatred and animosity. You know, I didn't say it because I won't smoke and roasting with you and all that. You know, I think I can roast with the best of myself, but I don't want to get into that type of. I want you to do the right thing and use your influence to unite African people, not make us fight against each other. Thank you. Let me leave with an African proverb. When two elephants fight, is the grass that suffers. I'll say it again. When two elephants fight, it is the grass that suffers. So we're fighting FBA, pan-Africanists, black nationalists, you know what I'm saying? Muslims, more
continental Africans.
Continental Africa. I thought we lost that. When we fight against each other, we suffer. Let's unite. Let's stop getting on social media. You see, one of the things we do here, one thing we do, my brother and Gozi, we tell these shorties, stay off the social media fighting. Let's come behind closed doors and unite and talk about this problem and talk it out. We got to put the gloves on. But let's not get on these social media platforms and get the buck dance and fight each other like that. Let's unify. But any final thoughts, my brother?
No, just shit. I want to thank you for doing this. We got work to put in. We're going to fix our people. You know what I'm saying? And do what we're supposed to do. The mission is what it is. And we're going to stand on business. And that's just what it is. We got to be able to do what we do. And, you know, if you're an op, you're going to drop. And if it's up, it's up. And it's stuck.
Right. Get out, lay down. Get out. That's where we at, boy. That's where we at, Joe.
If you're an op, you're going to drop. And if it's up,
it's going to drop. That's right.
And if it's up, it's stuck. So it's like, fuck them niggas, bro. Them niggas we on the mission, bro. And we don't got time to pacify no fuck niggas, no bitch ass people. It's just what it is. So fuck Tariq Nasheed. You know, you say we love him, and you the master K, and I respect you as that.
Yeah, I do, because he's my brother, and he's my brother, and he has a.
But I'm saying
he has charisma. He has a lot going for him. But
but I'm saying this is a prince under you. Fuck that nigga. I don't love him. He a bitch ass nigga, and I don't got love for none of them niggas. Ain't no love with the glove around this bitch on my behalf. You get what I'm saying?
Well, I know how you feel. I know how you feel, young brother. I got you. My young. I understand how you feel. I'm angry at him. But I like to. I don't never want to stop reaching out for a black man. Reaching out for my brother. I say that FBA people in FBA don't think I hate you because I love you. I got. If you want to focus on here, that's fine. You don't have to go to Africa. We don't need all y'all in Africa, no way. But do the work. There's plenty of work to be done. Our youth need work. Need help. We got all kind of problems. So do the work here. I got no problem with you having say you got a lineage. Everybody has a lineage. They're Europe are all the same so-called ethnic group, right? That's what you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? But yet there are differences in certain different Euro people. It's different between Europe and
the Yoruba and Togo and Benin is a little bit different than the Yoruba and Nigeria.
Exactly. The Mandinka in Mali is a little different from the Mandinka in Burkina Faso, but they all Mandinka. And so
Chicago, the Africans in Chicago from the west side are a little bit different than the Africans on the south side.
Right.
And in the south side, the certain people on 63rd is a little bit different than the Africans over east.
Right. And y'all west side niggas is wild, you know what I'm saying? South side the best side, ain't that right?
Our west the best, man.
Y'all west side niggas is something else, man.
Just to land a Don Juan and do or die crucial conflict. Y'all had common and shit. Y'all just got a little drill.
Now, but you see, brothers and sisters, how divisive we can be. We want to get on that. You know what I'm saying? He my brother from the west side. Actually, the south side has called me a west side nigga because I tend to get along better with some.
The south side gonna always be the headquarters for Africans in America, because in the Great Migration, a lot of us went to the low end out south first before we even went out west or anywhere. So the south will always be the foundation for Black Americans in Chicago, or Africans of America in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So you from the land. the real headquarters. But none of this belongs to us ultimately. What belongs to us is our land back home that we were stripped from. These are just temporary lay grounds for us to be able to do what we want.
Well, here what I would say. I say some of us belong to us because we built it, and I agree with you. Take it, need to be ours, but we we should have pride over here too. I'm not saying not having pride, but it just it hurt me to see Brother Daniel, Brother Thaddeus. He got them brainwashed, boy. He got Brother Daniel brainwashed. He got Brother Thaddeus now. He got them so man. He got them so. And I'm my brother. I love him, man. Man, come on. We got to debrief y'all. It's becoming a cult,
But here's the thing, though. You can't say you FBA, the brothers that you're speaking of, how much they love their lineage, but they still got animosity towards people that's here with them. So these people that's saying I'm FBA, you can't say you FBA or a foundational Black American, but you still got animosity towards a Black American, that whatever you say it is. You got people that you really dislike. There is no if it's no real unification in your so-called pseudo lineage as a whole, it's not real. You just want to be part of something that's cool. Because you can't say you FBA but still got animosity towards Lil up the street or Mike down the street. It don't work like that. Nigga, you ain't even got your family together. Half of these niggas don't even take care of their kids. You know what I'm saying? But they saying they're FBA. Get the fuck out of here, bro. This shit's stupid.
Yeah, well, I definitely say that. Like I say, it's crazy. But that's it, man. We're gonna break, man, for the day. Thank you, man. Again, remember the African proverb. Like I say, that's a good African proverb. When two elephant fights, it's the grass that suffers. We suffering because of our disunity. We must unify and unite. Let's come together. Thank you, Mr. John from the Gambia. So I leave you. And the greetings, leave you in the way we leave in the Mandinka language. Kambe kofe. Kambe kofe. Ikaswere, huh? Thank you very much. All right, Nunu, man, I love you, bro.
Hey, love you too, big bro. Jam. Have a good one, man. Salam, peace.
All right. Man, Southside the best, though. You know what it is.
West, like the rest. I got you, though.
All right, no doubt. All right, Mike.
All right, buddy.